Okay, welcome back to an all new episode of Saturday Detention with me, the host. The host joining me on this week's episode is my friend who would love to introduce himself. Which one? Wait, what do you use? I don't remember.
No, I never introduce myself. We just get going.
No, you have to introduce yourself. You've always introduced yourself.
I am the one who doesn't introduce themselves or be introduced. We just go.
No, it's Christo. Christo's back. You clicked the thumbnail. You saw the title. Christo's back for the third.
Should be the fourth. Should be the fourth.
I stopped counting.
But someone lost regalia footage.
No, I meant like on the podcast, not in videos.
Oh, okay, yeah, third time I think.
I stopped keeping track. We're gonna talk about borderline hentai. It's gonna be great.
Oh, borderline is such an interesting term to use and start off with.
It's borderline.
I don't think it is.
What do you think it is then?
I think it is just ecchi.
Nah, ecchi censored. Like you don't get nipples. We're talking about interspecies reviewers. You don't get nipples in ecchi.
Frozen. No, freezing. That's what it was called.
Freezing? Frozen? Could you imagine? I've seen those ads. I'm just like, go away. Please go away.
I think the worst part of watching the show was all the ads I had to deal with.
Where'd you watch it? Where's that?
Where do you think?
I used Pornhub.
Exactly.
I didn't have to deal with ads. It was click video play.
Well, yeah, but like all on the sidebar ads, the banner ads.
That shit's off for me, dog. I got Capper Sky.
Just regular ad block.
You have a banner ad slap.
Yeah, freezing. Freezing is ecchi and had some nip.
Exposed nipple?
Yeah, especially season 1.
Okay, it's not hentai because it's not ecchi. It is hentai. It's borderline hentai. It's not ecchi because there's no penetration. It's not ecchi because ecchi does not have penetration. You got me on the nipples, but there's no penetration in ecchi.
I still disagree. Because it's like you don't actually. I mean, okay, you kind of do because the anime does that freaking stomach bulge thing, but
that freaking stomach bulge thing.
We all know. We all know about it without having to describe it.
No, you gotta describe it.
No, I'm not going to describe it.
Quite literally, in them guts.
Yeah.
Because I can do this all day. I don't give a fuck.
I do, because I thought I was home alone. I am not.
Oh.
But, no, I don't think it is. Because, like, you wouldn't, like, call shows that just have a lot of sex in it porn.
I would. Game of Thrones is just porn with a plot. And then no more porn.
Yeah.
I don't know. I stopped watching after season 4. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
If you made it all the way to season 4, you know there definitely isn't enough sex in it for it to be porn.
We are not going to address the controversy because the controversy is fucking stupid.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it absolutely is. I mean, I watched all of it. But yeah, so... And then, like, I heard about the controversy from that video, and it's like, how is it a controversy? When you push the boundaries this far, of course it's going to get knocked off the air. Of course it's going to get pulled off streaming services.
All right, and that is the end of the conversation for that.
All right.
This show made me feel a lot of things I didn't want to feel.
I kind of want to talk about what you felt, because I just felt like... It's like, acknowledge. Like...
What?
Like, it said, like, listen, it's like the writers of the show, which is different than the writers of the manga, because, like, the show went farther than the manga.
No, the manga's still going.
No, I mean, like...
Oh, you mean in terms of actual sex? Yeah, no,
yeah.
The manga didn't have any... Dude, each chapter is like 12 pages long, and I was like, okay. Because I read up until the end of the show, and I was like, there's still like 30 chapters left, and it's still ongoing.
Yeah. Like, like, there's not even, like, sex or nipple in the manga.
There is a nipple.
Then you get to the anime, and it is just, sup, here's 3 minutes. Have fun.
It's not... I don't like the format of the show.
I didn't like it at first, but then when we got to, I forget which episode it is, but when they go to the low level succubus brothel, I got really into the format.
I just because it was slice of life bullshit. The setup to go to brothel, fuck review, show ends, and I'm like, can I get some more plot with my sex, please? No, okay.
Yeah, it's a slice of life that takes place in the hentai universe, and I really like it.
You know, one of my favorite things about this show is it is technically an isekai.
Yes, I was hoping we could talk about.
No one talks about that.
It's an isekai in two ways, and I love it.
Wait, what's the other way? Because Crim's like, I'm from heaven. I don't understand how y'all do things here, but I know about y'all. And I'm like,
yeah,
what?
Yeah, that's the first way. Is that I argue that Crim is the main character, and to him it is an isekai. It's just not from us world. But the second way is that I think it's in the second to last or last episode. The Grand Wizard is talking to the Archdemon, and she's like, "Oh yeah, there are people that come here from other worlds all the time talking."
Hey, wait, we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. We'll get to that part later.
Okay.
We'll get to that part later because that part answered so many questions for me. I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense now. Okay, it's cool.
Yeah, like. So it's like, yeah, it's an isekai world. We're just not following a protagonist from our world.
True. Although, I'm going to talk about a few chapters after the manga. Well, not after the manga, after the anime. I
want to read, because I kind of want to, like,
it's low-key kind of boring.
I don't know. They dropped, like, a few things, but just really late into the show. And I'm like, well, I kind of want to know more.
You don't get a whole lot more. Like, Crim is like, they go to a brothel where you get married.
Okay.
I was like, okay. Well, not married, but Vegas wedding. And I was like,
that could be a fun episode.
I was like, okay. Tell me more. And yeah, some other angel pops up and he's like, what happened to your halo? Oh, I broke it. What? Yeah, no, I broke it. I don't know how it broke. I don't know how to fix it either. What? Why are you so confused? These things are almost indestructible. See, you said almost. That means they can break. I have a theory about how they broke, about how mine broke, how yours break. When the goddess sneezed, and I was like, goddess? All right, we got... Okay. So it's not God. We're gonna go back into like episode 12 and just erase that part. Put goddess. I'm like, all right. Sneezed, and I'm like, turn page? Yeah, when the goddess sneezes, super concentrated magical energy comes out. I think that just cut a chunk of my halo off, and I'm like, that's not how sneezes work.
I mean, if it was
a sneeze, it would be like buckshot. There'd be holes in it, not a solid chunk. And I'm like, all right, so that's just wrong. And by the time I got to the end of the chapter, I was like, all right, I don't care anymore. I've met my quota. I'm done.
I really want to know what the Arc Wizard is up to, the Grand Wizard.
I gotta read the manga because we don't fucking know. We'll never find out. Which I'm okay with.
I want to know what she's up to. Like, it's probably actually something really mundane, but like that's kind of what happens in slice of life. So.
But this is hentai though, borderline hentai.
No, it's slice of life that takes place in a hentai.
That's just hentai. That's just every hentai episode. Here's this dude or this Funari or two girls about to go fuck. They fuck. All right, we're done. I'm like, okay, that is every hentai ever, except Euphoria. I want them to make Metamorphosis hentai, but I don't want to watch it.
I think you do.
No, I don't. I've read like 8 of the 13, 14 chapters. I'm good. No, thank you. Dude does not want. And I'm sticking to the belief that she doesn't die and she just has a kid, and that's the end of the book. I'm sticking to that belief.
The funniest part
I don't care if I'm wrong.
I have literally no idea what you're talking about, and I think that's hilarious.
I know, and if you want to read Metamorphosis, be my guest. I personally don't recommend it. -1 out of 10. It owes me a point. Don't want.
There's just something, like, just the premise, I think, is what I love it so much.
Yeah, no, I feel, as me personally, if I get isekai'd and they're like, hey, we have brothels here, I'm just gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna go kill some shit and I'm gonna go have sex because no one loves me. So, boom, done. Lawyered.
Like, no, not even, like, as an isekai, like, just that, like, there's a group of guys that just go around in a fantasy world and review the different species.
See, but you could take that from any standpoint. They just were like, let's look at sex. And I'm like, yes. I mean, yes. Yes.
Yeah, but it's different because, like, you know, everybody, I mean, you look up the hentai category and you get all the different girls. And you're just like, you don't talk to people about, like, the ins and outs of it. So to actually get an anime to do it, I think it's hilarious.
All right, where do you want to start off with all the, do you consider them monster girls or succubus girls? Because that always threw me for a loop. I'm like, well, technically they're monster girls. I don't know where they're getting this succubus girl thing from, but we're gonna roll with it, I guess.
Well, they explained that in the first episode, is that it comes from, technically, the only reason the brothels are legal is because succubi exist. So basically, all these people have to do to be able to work for a brothel is claim that they have succubus in their heritage. So that's why they're succu girls.
Yeah, I didn't really watch the first episode. I was like, all right, where's the porn?
Wow.
And then I had to scroll back and was like, wait a minute, this is a boy?
Why didn't you watch it for the plot?
Oh, I did after episode 1.
Ugh.
Because episode 2's plot, I was like, yo, where are they gonna go with this? I'm intrigued. And then we didn't get anything until literally the last episode. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. I'll read the book. It's okay.
Yeah.
Krim is probably my favorite character
in
the whole show. Has gigantic dick. I don't want to fuck anything. It's like, but fair, but you're going to because you're our friend now. We saved you.
Like, I also want to, like, the show, not only, like, is it like, hey, everybody likes this stuff, let's just talk about it. Like, not only that, but, like, it also shows, like, how, like, the decrease, like, how people actually get sucked into this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like,
and I was like,
Krim, like, starts off like, oh my god, no. And it's like, yeah, I went out on my own to this really weird one.
And we're so proud of you. And I was like, I mean, yeah, but why that one? I was like, why that one?
Like how is that not a commentary on anybody that gets into, like, anime, let alone hentai?
Listen, you watch Naruto when you're 10, you develop a hentai addiction at age 16. There's no in between. It's just step 1, step 2. That's it.
How do you like your Bible? Black?
No, I've seen enough of that to not like it. I don't like.
Well, see,
don't like Bible Black.
I want to watch the dub because I heard it's like I've seen.
It's so bad.
I've seen excerpts, and that's why I really want to watch it. Like I want to sit down with some, like, baguettes and coffee and just watch it. So it's just, like, really interesting to, like, see, like, yeah, people just kind of descend into this degeneracy.
I've been here for I'm 24. I've been here for 12 years.
Yeah, about 13, 14. Yeah.
Damn, jealous. Wait.
I mean,
you're younger than me.
Yeah, I got into the latter a lot. I got into hentai way before I got into anime.
What?
Well,
you go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, the only anime I knew was on Cartoon Network, and I didn't really realize it was anime. I thought it was just a really cool cartoon.
How old were you?
That would have been, like, what? 6th, 7th grade?
Oh, you started late.
And then, like... Well, I remember watching, like, Dragon Ball growing up. I still thought it was just cartoon.
I feel so old. Been watching anime for 20 years.
And, like... I know I watched Sailor Moon as a really young kid.
But you had no idea what that was. You were just like, they're doing stuff.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, these cool girls, they have transformation sequences like Power Rangers. It's awesome.
I wish I had known now what I knew as a kid. Because I'd have been like, all right, clothing. We got to keep this clothing in fashion all the time.
Yeah.
90s anime fashion just needs to never die. But that's a whole other conversation for a whole other episode.
So when puberty kicks in and you have unrestricted access to the internet because your parents don't realize their PSP can connect to the internet and go to websites.
I just used a family computer.
Nah. We only had one.
Sure,
we only had one, and it was in the living room.
Same, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn, boy, you fucking. All right.
This was at age 13, by the way. Yeah. Didn't give a fuck. Then I got caught. My mom was just like, just don't do it again. I was like, no promises. And here we are today. What species was your favorite?
In the show?
Yup.
Oh, man.
If you're comfortable answering this.
So the weirdest thing is that I don't think I looked at any of the girls, because again, I still contend that it's an ecchi. So I wasn't like, man, which girl could I really want to fuck? I go, all right, which one did I really like that was most interesting? And I really thought the most interesting dynamic was the hyena girl in Crim.
That's fair. Because I was just like, okay, they have a dick.
I mean, the mushroom.
Crim knows what's going on. They don't know.
Yeah, the mushroom receptionist and the fairy receptionist were also really cool.
I didn't like the mushroom receptionist.
I did because, like, she had that panic of trying to figure out what the hell to get for Crim.
I'd have just been like, you can have whatever you want. Just take whatever you want. I don't care. I don't have an answer for you. Go away. The fairy receptionist is just like, I've been doing this since you weren't even a twinkle in your father's eye. It's like, how old are you? It's like, oh, I stopped counting. And I'm like, what?
Because, like, you went from 3 people that, like, are all, like, have very good, like, details, and then you get to Crim that's just, like, entry level, has, like, their hands in kind of everything, hasn't, like, picked a favored thing yet. And, like, I kind of relate to that, like, yeah, I just kind of like a little bit of everything. So it's like the panic and going, oh god, what specialty do you like?
So I have a basic bitch answer, and then I have a mid-tier bitch answer, and I have a galaxy brain answer.
Alright, slime girl.
She's somewhere in between galaxy brain and mid-tier.
Alright.
Because, like, she can do a lot.
Yeah.
You can also do a lot. But that's gonna make a mess. I ain't cleaning up shit.
Alright, so, well, I mean, Slime Girl 2.0. Girl that uses slime.
No, that was the thing I never said about Crim. Was like, Crim, just fuck her, don't. But you know what? Do your thing, dog. Just go ahead. It's fine. I was fine with it until they were like, I see you gave her the 10. I'm not gonna do that, but we respect you for doing your own thing. And I'm like, no, you gotta experience. He got to experience. Oh wait, no, that they wouldn't. They don't have a Vaguba, so they wouldn't. Yeah, I understand why they're saying no and why Crim's being like, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
So,
but you didn't have to enjoy it.
So your favorite. So what were your 2 answers? My
basic bitch answer is those cowgirls. They were like, hey.
Oh my god.
Come over here instead. I was just like, damn, I'm basic. That would have worked. I would have did the exact same thing, like, okay, bye. You got paid to do this thing.
The first time you see the cowgirls, I think, is my favorite scene in the show. And it's just, fair. I feel like that scene encapsulates everything about the show.
I don't know everything. 90% of the show.
Cause it's like, no, we have to go do something, you know? And then it's like, oh, that's an option. We could, and he pauses like, hey guys, we could go over there. We could, and it's just like
in the manga, it's literally the 2 cowgirls are just standing outside waving at them, and they're like, all right, we're gonna go over here, and I'm like, You're not even gonna consider. Oh, they didn't even put any thought into it. They just went. Is that thirst? Is that like what is that? Is that me? Am I just that thirsty?
And again, back to what I think the show is about, which is like people. It's an incline. We all. This is anime. This is
hentai.
Yeah, but like
it's not anime.
It's an ecchi. Shut up.
No,
it's an ecchi.
It's not an ecchi. It's not an ecchi.
But it's just kind of oh shit. Yeah, no. Everybody likes this. Why do we like fucking hate each other for it? Like I hate. Like why do we feel so the urge to be like no, I don't like that stuff. Why would I like that stuff? That stuff's weird.
Because we don't want to be judged by other people. Man, fuck all that shit. I ain't got time to feel you. I don't have time to feel your judgment. I gotta go get my dick wet.
And it's just, oh, yep, bye. Going right in.
Mid-tier answer is, what's her name? What is the bird lady that runs the bar?
Oh god. I kept trying to call her, the girl from Wind Waker.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's Maidri, Meidri.
That's mid tier because she seems like a regular ass person. I'm like, I'm with that.
I think she's my favorite character in the show. Like,
I feel as though if main dude hadn't been like, I'll review you one-on-one, if he had just been like, hey, you just wanna go have sex, would have worked out way better for him.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, you're putting you're mixing business with pleasure. You should probably not do that. And
like,
see, you didn't get laid.
If anything, I think she could have used some more screen time because, like, I don't think the show needed a straight man, but she was the straight man, and
as straight as she could be for this show, because she got hers. It just wasn't her.
Yeah, and.
Which I love how they did that.
Oh my! She going on a rampage was hilarious.
That was my thing. I was like, is that a compliment? Is that an insult? Like how did she take that?
Yeah, and then just go like when she asked Krim, and Krim's just like, "I'm sorry."
If it flies off, I'd have been like,
"What did you do, Stunk? What did you do?"
That shit. Because I literally was like, why didn't they just start here? Oh, for plot reasons, they couldn't have started here. But okay, I understand that, but...
Oh, I did... One thing I didn't like about that particular episode was that when they cut to the actual, like, review, like, it was a bird maid instead of, a marionette. And that raised more questions to me because I was like, wait, aren't these supposed to be golems marionettes? I was interested in it being, like, more marionette-y than, Well,
I mean, I'm going to assume, because this is sex magic, they just assume that's what she feels like on the inside?
No, they explained that as well. They had little magical creatures that just...
What?
Oh my god. They had... So, like, you were able to pick out, like, your own, like...
Yeah, then Krim was like, this is too complicated, I don't want this. And then little tieflings like, aha, I made the lady from the shop. And they're like, yes. And then they're like, all right, personality chip goes here. And I'm like, okay.
No,
and then there was sex. And then they got beat up.
You were able to pick your own, basically, fleshlight to put in them.
Also, Crystal, I should probably mention, I saw episode 1 on Funimation. I watched episodes 2 through 4, like, a month after that.
Okay, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no.
Trust me.
This is all, like, a week ago for me.
So it's like, I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, but no one else has seen it. And I'm just like, I'm here in my thoughts and in my feelings.
Yeah, no, basically, that was, like, the one organic body part that was there. Everything else was pretty much wood or whatever material.
It's sex magic. Yeah. It's fine. Don't think too hard.
Just why I was just like really kind of weirded out that they kind of became real girls for the review and not golem marionettes.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We have to use a visual representation so people don't think too hard. And then you were like, but wait. And they're like, no, stop that. You're thinking too hard.
let me think too hard. It's a slice of life. I mean, that whole purpose of the show was for us to think too hard about what it would be like with all these people.
No, it wasn't. No, it would. The show has many layers. I feel as though one layer was like, hey, this is something you're into that you didn't know you were into. Here you go. Also, we're going to get really intricate details about Monster Girls, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing I forgot.
Everybody
that
has
no one's
thoughts.
talking about.
Like, wait, would a cowgirl's titties like actually be like titties? No. And then the show's like, they'd be really firm, and because like basically just touching a lot of cow,
which then raises some ethical issues, and I was like, I don't want to think that hard. I'm going to stop.
Or
watching this show before dinner was not a good idea. And then, hold up, my galaxy brain pick is the duplicate of the mage.
Yeah.
Because for 3 days, I'm going to be like, all right, sex. You're going to teach me some stuff, and I don't know what we're going to do on the third day. I haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah.
Because I could relate to both of them. And then Krim's like, I just want to go on a date. And I'm like, you have so many options back at home, but okay, that's fine. You do your thing,
and
kid.
There's a fucked up halfling that is literally torturing her.
You know, listen, he wasn't pulling off body parts, so it's okay.
Yeah, I guess.
When she was like, yeah, some people can pull off appendages, I was like, no, we don't talk about those people. Those people we don't talk about.
Yeah,
we have limits.
But I like that. Like, yeah, no, there are effed up people in this world, and
I respect they brought it up. I was like, hey, stop talking about it. I don't want to think about that. I'm not that fucked up.
There was the episode that my one friend, when I was talking to him about the show, he was like, but the egg episode.
All right, hold up. We're gonna get to that in a moment, because I do want to talk about that. That was one of my favorite episodes. That's just 22 minutes of just me laughing hysterically at 4 a.m. while everyone's trying to sleep.
Because, like, so, okay, yeah. Can we talk about this episode? Or yeah, because, like, literally just reading out of, so, like, I was like, its whole premise, we all like lewd stuff, don't be ashamed of it, is what makes the show amazing. He's like, some of it's weird, though, like the egg shit. I'm like, okay, but, like, think about it. They realize in the world that, like, there are girls that lay eggs. There's probably some idiots that have a fetish about that. And then go further, and it's like, hey, let's go check out this weird thing just to know about it. And then they get weirded out about it, and they want to leave. But as soon as they go to leave, they go, next up is a hot girl doing it. And they just instantly sit right back down.
That's the problem with the internet. I was like, that's a representation of the internet.
That's what the whole show is.
My favorite scene in that episode is when the mermaids are chilling in their little pool thing.
Oh yeah.
And they all just come. I'm like, they're swimming in their own cum. That's awkward, and no one's gonna address that. Okay. I was like, all right, moving on.
Like, come on, how isn't that, like, it's just descriptive of us, of degeneracy.
Yeah.
Of how we get, it's what the show is. The theme song. We all like food stuff. I love the theme song. I love it.
The theme song slaps.
I love it.
Way harder than it has any right to slap. And I was just like, man, this was on my Spotify playlist. I didn't put it there because I'm glad to see your Duolingo in Japanese is paying off.
I have no idea what I just said. I was right. I made sounds for sure.
I wasn't watching. So I'd seen the first couple episodes. And I stopped to come back to real life, and like when that episode came out, people on Twitter were talking about it, and I was like, morbid curiosity, but eggs. Like we don't do that.
And that's how I found out about the show. I saw episode 3's scene before I heard about the show. That's what introduced me to the show.
Oh god. Well, no, one of my favorite things about that episode is dude was like, so yeah, I'm not really here to watch him lay eggs. I'm just gonna buy some eggs so I can have food. And I was like, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's Yeah, and then those two chefs were like, "Yeah, we're just here to drive up the prices of the food we make in the restaurants." I was like, "Man, it's actually kind of smart."
Snake people like having an obsession about just like wanting some fresh eggs and like not being allowed around like inside the first bird-made brothel.
Yeah, I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's
why does this have
someone thought
why
ahead.
does this have better world building than like
Sword Art?
Well, I mean, okay, that's a low bar, but yeah. Like, it has amazing world building because it's like all the thoughts that people have about monster girls that they just don't want to throw out there. It's like, no, that's what the point is. It's about all these thoughts that, like, everybody has, but no one is going to talk about.
I mean, Monsters Musume exists. I own one volume of it.
Okay, yeah.
Still gotta finish. We still gotta watch that show. I got to episode 5. I was like, this is stupid.
I'll get to episode 3 sometime.
I'm probably gonna watch it this week. I'm probably gonna do it this weekend.
Yeah, after watching Interspecies reviewers, I don't have an excuse to not watch Monster Musume.
Because it's a meh show. It's your excuse.
Yeah, I think like Monster Musume, what really turned me off is that I got to the Harpy Girl.
What else can we talk about? There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to unpack in this show.
Going back to the world building, the fact that like all the other demon races just like, oh yeah, we're going
are rated.
Are just like well, yeah, rated, but like they're like have an election.
I really wanted that to be a thing, and it wasn't. Pissed me off so much.
The whole time, just going. As soon as we got introduced to the demon brothel, I'm like, go to the demon brothel, go to the demon brothel, go to the demon brothel, go to the fucking demon brothel.
See, I was the literal opposite. I was like, okay, this is a plot point they're going to expand upon, and then they didn't at all until the last episode, except for a little. Well, no, they didn't really even expand upon it in the lower demon succubus, which is also very good world building because not every succubus looks like damn out of 10. Again, some of them are like,
that seems so hilarious. Like, oh yeah, if you try to get it on with some succubus, you're going to die. And then they go in, they throw on vitality like magic.
He was like, cast vitality and stamina.
We're going in.
Doesn't work.
Cast all our raid buffs. We're going in. And it's like, oh, they're dying. How can they be saved? 100 gross pig people. And like you just get the thought that like, hey, once a week these like pig people try to beat these low succubus, and just the thought of that being like a weekly thing is so hilarious. Like,
I want to talk about
it's
something.
not a pleasure to him. It's a challenge and it's hilarious. Go ahead.
So in that, what's that dude's video? What's that dude?
Gygax?
Yeah. He was like, yeah, they're all ugly bastards. I'm like, they're just fat. I'm like, they're just fat. They're not, these pig people are inherently ugly. They're just a little overweight. That's fine. I'm okay with that. That's the only thing I wanted to ding on this video. The show did something I wish it hadn't. Well, not that it hadn't, that it's hard to explain. So we have sex workers in our world.
Yeah.
They aren't treated the best.
Correct.
This show is just
I
like,
would say
what
they're
if we
treated
humanize them?
Yeah, they didn't.
That's also a very slippery slope I don't want to talk about because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
You're right. They didn't really, for a show about working with sex workers, they didn't
talk about that
always
at all,
a background thing. We never really got like what if one of the workers was a character? I think would help.
What?
Like if we got a Sucky Girl as like a main character.
Maybe. I'm gonna get to that in a moment. But this show humanized all of that. Each girl had a personality, wants, needs, and it was just like, oh god, these are all real characters. These are all real, actual characters, and I low-key feel for them all. And I'm just like, shit, damn it. Why do I? Why do they have to go and humanize all these characters? Why do I sympathize with all these characters? I hate this. I hate this so much.
Yeah, and like
I was just like, man, the show did a really good job.
And like
with that.
another thing, like the show, like each one valued something different. Like it wasn't just, oh yeah, they all really like sex, but like they all like different things about it.
Yeah,
like the hyena was a dom, which like you think about as a hyena.
they never, not even the fact of a dominant brothel worker never came back, and I was like, okay.
Okay, the role-playing brothel.
I was gonna get to that because there's a bonus chapter in the manga that just, it's in the anime as just a one-off bit, and I was like, wait, what?
No, arguably, I think that one-off chapter might have been like, I think that was the sauciest the show got, in my opinion. I think that one-off chapter bonus of
with the roleplay girls?
No, not with the roleplay girls, but with the they make the with the girl director.
Oh, that.
I think that was the sauciest the show got.
Sure. And then never heard from again. One-off bit.
No.
Like, but that was like an actual legitimate bit because it lasted for a minute.
I realized I did get my one-off bits confused, but yeah, the one where like the girls are discussing like what they want to roleplay next month.
That's like a 5-page thing in the manga, and it's like 4 seconds in the anime. And I was like, oh, they had a organic way just to throw that in, because they're like, yeah, we can't rent dresses for you to be a pretty princess because that would cost money, and we can't mess up the dress. And I'm like, dang, I met through logic into the show, and it makes sense.
And
because you can't do that.
The old woman, the old human woman, I loved her constant appearance.
She was just there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why are you here? Like, how did you get here? Why are you here?
And like,
the elf is just like, bye, I'll be back. I'm just like, I understand where Stank's coming from, but at the same time, I'm just like, well, I'm a dumb human. I don't get how magic works. So if he's like, yeah, her mana is great right now, sure, do your thing. Just don't try to convince me as a human about another human. I understand how we work.
Yeah.
That was my only problem with him. He was just constantly going, just do it. He's like, no, this is my own species. I understand how we work. I'm not trying to tell you how to go fucking elf.
I mean, he was. He was. He's like, no, dude. Like, that's the very first thing, is Stunk and Zell get into argument about 500-year-old elf woman.
Oh, is that how the show starts?
Yeah. Like, the very first review they show on the show was Stunk, why can't I remember
Stank. I just call him Stank.
Stunk and Zell arguing if the old human woman was better than the old elf woman.
Elf, not fairy. Yeah. I like how Stank's only defense is, but she's cute. And I'm like, that's not an answer.
As a human.
It is. As a human. But it's not the answer.
Yeah, the human that doesn't have any reference of mana. Yeah?
I guess.
And all the other races that do have a reference of mana are like, oh yeah, the old human. The young human, I should say.
Yeah, it's like, oh, she's only 50. I'm just like, that's technically middle age now. All right, do your thing, dog. 500-year-old elf. I'm just like, she is cute, but
she looks 30.
She's 500. I was like, she didn't look 30. She looked about 18. My problem is she's 500. She's been doing this for a while. She's probably she's the girl that's gonna sit on her phone while you're trying your hardest and just like, are you done yet? I'm just like, that's the only image I got. I was like, just go somewhere else. Just go somewhere else. Please go somewhere else.
Oh God, I'm just the salamander girl.
She's up there. She's so fucking up there. That whole bit of, all right, we're just gonna cook meat on this person. I'm like, wait, what?
I like that because like there are like restaurants that you can go and eat sushi off a naked Japanese, like it's in Japan. I was about to say Japanese woman, but like off a naked woman. But like, oh, the anime takes it a step further and you cook your food.
Cook on it. I was like, I low key want to try that. Like that sounds fun. That sounds kind of fun. Let's just have conversation and eat decent meat, I guess.
Hmm.
I feel like that was Crib's turning point.
Yeah, I think it was too.
Because he was like, you cooked that meat on her vagina. And she's like, all right, I'm ready to go. And they're like, yeah, wait, I don't want to die. And Krim's like,
how much can you suffer?
Nah, don't. No, do not want. I am 100% with him. Do not want.
I wish we learned more about the Ale and Eats owner that like employs Krim and
Bird Lady.
Yeah,
Bird Lady.
Because like she reminded me of the woman from The Devil is a Part-Timer that owned the housing unit. Like, as in just like...
I kind of know what you're talking about. Like, I've seen that show since I was dating Mandy.
Like, she just knows more... Like, she knows, like, so much about the world. But, like, we don't see her enough to know, like, why she knows so much, how she knows so much.
Read the books. Probably in the book.
Probably. But, like, I got big vibes. So I wanted to see her more. And I just got reminded of the scene where Krim had to go sit in front of a tree ant for a week to get spices.
I felt so bad. I felt so bad for him. So much. And I'm just like, you don't have to. This is punishment for leaving for 2 weeks to go fuck a doll, basically. But hey, man.
Can we talk about how Naruto could probably run a successful brothel in the same vein?
Let's not. Fuck it, sure. That's just shadow clone jutsu. I'll be back. I've got just about infinite chakra. Does he have infinite chakra? I don't know. I'll be back in a few days to collect my money. That he doesn't have to do anything. Just jutsu, walk away.
Make like 5 shadow clones. Have them all use shadow sexy jutsu. And
why stop at 5? Why stop at 5?
Because it's just the first number that came to mind. He could probably make 1,000.
You do 10, you make them all varying shapes and sizes and races, and boom, money.
Which brings the question, done. When the shadow clone finishes, do they disappear?
No. They have to be there to collect the money, and no. It's not a one and done.
That's why they get paid up front. The Grand Wizard's clones didn't collect money at the end, they collected money up front.
I mean, I think they all collected up front, but they didn't show it too often.
Yeah.
But no, it's not a one and done unless you specifically request that. And then I don't know.
The episode where they all got drunk waiting for Krim and then blew all their money.
Oh, I want to talk about the Incubus. Why I hate it. I hate it so much.
I don't like that he was like showed at the previous episode and then he was there for like 5 minutes the next episode.
It's like that in the manga too. If it makes you feel any better, it's one chapter. I understand why he's doing what he's doing. Don't do that if you have a significant other.
Yeah, but like...
And then when you get stabbed, just like, I still love you. I'd have been like, first of all, why'd you do this? Second of all, you got what you deserve. She should have stabbed you in your lower heart, to be honest.
See, if you were human, yes, but him, an Incubus, it makes sense that he'd do that. Because he does love her, but also he loves sex. And like, no, every woman's amazing. 10 out of 10, every woman. All of them.
The Japanese voice actor, well, I mean, there is no English voice actor because the show got canceled. The voice actor was fucking great for that dude, but I really wish he had stabbed him in his lower heart.
Like, it would make sense that
the whole second heart thing made so much sense. I was like, no, yeah, that makes sense. No, that makes a lot of sense.
The show has better world building than so many anime.
Like, that show has so much logistics went into that show. I'm just like, each chapter is 12 pages. How are y'all doing this? So you got to give it to Studio Passion, because they make regular anime on top of this. This was like a side job, I think. And just like, okay, that's fine. Do your thing. The last episode.
All right.
That was a very good... They wrapped up the show. That specific sequence wrapped up very end. The actual end creeped me the fuck out. But we're going to get that in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
So... I'm cool with them going, hey, we can't go to each of those brothels. We'll just go to this one brothel and just have a really good dream and sleep with this big titty sheep goat girl. And I was like, what? I was like, why are they so big? Well, wouldn't they be mostly fur? don't understand. Like, I don't understand this. I'm confused. Also, do sheep and sleep really go hand in hand that much in other cultures?
Also, I really liked, like, leading up to that, Krim was just like, why are you guys praying to... What the fuck? We don't know what's going on.
Like, well, I think because they said God and not goddess, so that's the only thread of logic I can use. Like, Krim's like, there is no God. There's a goddess, but there's no dude.
But Krim's like, we don't know you guys pray to us. The fuck are you guys doing? We don't give a shit. I
was just like, stop talking. I was like, stop talking right now.
And then
dude was just like...
So you're gonna make everyone go become an atheist. Stop.
And then the room's all gloomy and everyone starts leaving. And I'm like, good job, Krim. I don't think you're really an angel at all. Yeah. I just think you're some weird sub race.
And like, I do find it like out of character that like they wouldn't have known to reserve their brothel ahead of time. Like, I thought that was out of character.
You gotta remember, they're not that smart. They're smart, they're not that smart.
Yeah, but they've been at this for a long time.
I don't think they would have reserved. I think they would have just hoped and assumed they'd get lucky, because that's their whole thing. Also, episode 11. The end of episode 11, when they're like, oh yeah, they're really good adventures, by the way. The world's at peace because of them. Like, we're not going to talk about that at all, not even a little.
I love that they don't talk about it. It's like, yeah, they saved the world a few times. They don't care that they saved the world. They just want money to go bang some chicks.
I was like, hey, can we get a spin-off of their adventures? Because I would watch that just to see how they interact in a non-professional business type sense.
I am the Grand Duke, evil Van Spider. I'm going to do. Can you shut up? I need to go back and get laid.
That's a very powerful
motivation.
My
evil plan, dude.
No, I feel like they wouldn't
Fuck
even
you,
let...
girls.
I feel like they wouldn't even let the villain monologue. They'd just be like, alright, stab, moving on.
It would just be Saitama, basically. I don't fucking care. Can we get on?
Yeah, no, I could see that. What else? Okay. How the show ends, low-key kind of creeps me out.
I want a second season because I need to read the manga now because I want to know what keeps going on. I don't think, like... You think it wraps it up? I don't. Just because...
Well, I mean, the anime wraps up...
I don't think the anime wraps up that well.
I think it does. Because they get to do their New Year's, their best bang at the beginning of the year. That's cool. That's fine. That's a good way to wrap it up because they literally cannot go where they want to go. I was like, all right, that makes sense. And then, hell, let's go see what my dad's harem's up to. And I'm like, you need to stop. I'm going to politely ask you to stop.
But then they bring back,
uncomfy.
Like, two subplots that, like, reappeared throughout the entire show was that Krim's Halo, like, it's broken, and you get, like, the Grand Wizard trying to know more about it. So obviously there's something bigger at foot. And then you also get, Stunk going back to his dad. Like, we get to go learn about Stunk's past that he doesn't want to talk about.
So, I think... Because I think I understand how anime is made, I think.
I want to know more about both of these things, because they both seem like really big character-developing things.
So, what I believe is the script was already made when they were animating, and, like, at that point, you can't change the script. Because I think that they thought they were going to get a season 2, because why would you not? The show...
The Mad Lads.
The show was immensely popular. Until it wasn't. And then it was just everywhere else where views don't matter. So I believe they're like, yeah, we're running the second season. We'll set up things in the second season now and just pay them off later. And then the show got canceled. And they're like, I mean, we still have to make this, so we can't change it. So, all right, we're just going to leave these things in and hope people read the manga.
Yeah, I'm going to have to read the manga. Because I want to know what's going on.
Because my biggest question got answered in the last episode. I was like, man, it only took you 12 episodes to get here.
Yeah.
How you just go... Because they never, ever ever brought it up. How you just gonna go fuck a bunch of girls? They didn't mention condoms or any type of protection at all. And I'm just like, how is no one concerned about getting a magical STD? Not just a regular one, a magic one.
See, my
they're like, oh, just magic circle. And I'm like, you could have explained that in episode 1, but you didn't.
I'd never thought about that until it was brought up, because, like, I watched Game of Thrones, where there's just, like, brothels are a thing, and I'm like, all right, this is a medieval thing. It's probably just a thing that people worry about and whatever. You probably pay extra if you have it, whatever. No big problem. It's a background detail. And they brought it up, I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty neat that they would think about that.
I'm mad they waited a whole season of anime to go, oh, hey, we just lay down a magic circle when we're building the foundation of the building. And I was like, that literally could have been explained at any point up until now. But you know why they did it? They did it for a fucking gag to go, rubber condoms are gross. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't. This is a bad joke. This is a very bad joke. Especially since this tier S whatever demon, number 1 demon is like 12 feet tall. I'm just like, this was a wasted joke. This was a very wasted joke, but okay. Whatever. Could you imagine how the world would have changed if they had written that review, and then just money starts flowing into the demon economy and just it changes the whole landscape of the world? Just that's something that we'll never find out. And I was like, man, that would have been really interesting to see. Too bad though.
Yeah, I agree. Like, that's why I was angry they never went to the demon brothel until the last episode.
I do like that. The only reason they got treated so well is because the number 2 demon was like, hey, go here on my recommendation. Tell them I sent you. I'm more upset it was valid months after the election happened.
Yeah.
That's where I was like,
I'm also upset that, like, they just kind of brushed that off. Like, Demon 2's like, see, my plan worked. And she's like, but, like, the election ended months ago.
I'd have just been like, what? Like, how did he not figure that out? It was like, all right, we gotta fight.
Yeah, like, I kept expecting Demon 2 to show back up and yell at them. Like, I thought it was going to be a subplot of demons hating them because of what they, like, lost the election because of them or something.
I mean, at least in the anime, he took it in stride and was like, well, at least we can fix things now leading up to the next election. I'm like, all right, you got some positivity.
But also, like, how big brain plays is that they figured the number 1 way to increase the reputation was to get some brothel reviewers.
Oh, okay, so I want to be like, yes, that is galaxy level plays, but at the same time, I think he was just like, I'm desperate enough to try this. I don't think it's going to work, but I got to try something or I'm going to lose my job.
And then it did work.
It worked, just not when they needed it to, which, you didn't answer my question. What's your favorite monster girl in the show, Christo? I gave you 3 of mine.
Oh, I told you it was the hyena.
That's the only one. There are no other tiers, just the one.
Slime girl? Probably.
It's fair.
And
got a lot of options to pick from, which is also a problem.
Like I said, when you did ask me this, is like I never really thought about it while I was watching the show.
As a slice of life anime aficionado, because I can say that, because I've watched so much slice of life, I just watch it and go, all right, this is this type of character. All right, they're gonna do these types of things, and it's like, oh, okay, I can tell their personality. Yeah, I fucks with that, or just no, please go away. That's why I hated Bakugo so much in My Hero. I'm just like, why are you here? Why do you exist? And then I got to season 3, and I'm just like, okay, you're not as bad. You're still kind of bad though. Angry now. I gotta finish reading My Hero, so Alex will leave me alone.
Yeah, I'll commit to the Demon Girl.
Which one?
The Demon Girls.
The low rank succubus, the actual demon girls, like the high rank.
The actual Demon Girls. You're
gonna forge a contract?
Yeah.
I love even that was very good world building of, you can say these things, you won't be happy, she might be. What you
Also,
say is very important. Because they're like genies. Do genies exist in that world?
Probably. That's season 2. They try to find a species that hasn't been reviewed before.
I mean, technically, I don't think anyone's actually sat down and reviewed them. Because that's how they technically made their money, is because no one was really... They were just going to the brothels haphazardly instead of going, we'll go here for this reason.
Can we talk about how the Cyclops girl paid them to review Cyclopses so that she could like get the self-confidence to like not cover up in public?
That was even... that was a Galaxy level play because it low-key worked. B, I was like, are you really that insecure that you'd have to give people money to... I mean, whatever works for you, dog. My favorite part was them going in. It was just like, okay, cup sizes equal boobs. And I was like, that's gonna backfire real fast. And then it backfired really fast. And I was like, well...
Oh, God, when she asked Zelda to lick her eye. Oh, God.
I was just like, I know where they got this from. They got this from that one manga I haven't read, but I've seen the meme for.
Oh, God. No, thank you.
I could have done without it, but hey, we're here now. We've moved past it. It's fine.
Oh, you know,
my favorite part of that was the really big eye girl looking into Crim's eyes, and then just the infinite loop. And then she came, and he was just like, I haven't even touched you.
Yeah.
I was just like, yo, I feel bad for him.
It's hilarious. And oh my God, you know who I feel bad for the entire show? The bear dude.
Because he only reviewed average women. Average. Hey man, we need you to go flick a skeleton. What? Yes, just do it, please. I'ma chew on her bones. And I was like, he's really chewing on her bone. Okay, that's fine, I guess. It's a good joke, but I'm like, wait, but you're a cat. If you were a dog, this would make way more sense. It's like, okay. Oh, did they fuck the centaur girls in the anime?
No.
They do in the manga. And it's each of the horse girls' first time. And I was...
So it's in the front and back.
So, my favorite part about that was the one picks Crim's like, he's tiny. It'll be fine. And I'm like, you fool. You don't know what you've done. Because the bonus page is her in a pail of hay, half dead, going, that was a mistake. And I was like, that's what you get? That's wholly your fault.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to start out with actual centaurs, because they're like, no, they're too big. And I was like, that tiefling's about to... okay. All right. Do your thing. It's fine. So I wish that had been animated. That would have been real funny.
I liked that they were like good sports about the other reviewers.
Yeah, because that was also a very internet reaction to this. All right, angry mob. What if we turn this into a way to make more money?
Yep.
Also, we'll just laugh at their reviews. And I was like, man, that would never happen in real life. How did they convince them to give them money for their review?
Yeah,
what?
I still don't get that. I still don't get how the thiefling, like the halfling, pulled that off, but whatever.
Listen, that halfling is fucking terrifying. Listen, if he was like, hey, do this thing, I'd be like, all right, because you creepy and you're weird. I'm going to need you to, I'm sure. Let's go do this thing so you leave me alone.
Yeah. But like they just genuinely enjoy like all of it so much that they were mad people stole their ideas, but then like, this is really cool. I love that other people have picked up on what we're doing.
Yeah, that would never work in real life though. So that's what copyright law is for. If Disney's taught us anything.
Yeah. But like I think it's like content creation.
Yeah, I do think that was also a bit of an allegory for that.
Like, other content creators are creating similar content. It's cool.
Yeah. It's like we could be mad, or we could just let people enjoy what they enjoy. And we're gonna do that. Also, taking legal action is really expensive and time consuming, so I don't want to deal with that.
Yes, it
is. Yeah, sure, dude. You go ahead, do your thing. All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
No. Because I feel like I actually talked about it more than I thought I would be able to talk about it. Okay, so what would you give the show out of 10? it's not a masterpiece, but it's so much. I can ignore all the faults because of how fun it is to watch. I want to give it a 9 out of 10.
Oh, wow. Jesus. So as a hentai, I'm giving it a 5 because...
Almost because, like, that's not the point of the show.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Because
that's,
it's an
that's
essay.
kind of... It's a hentai. It's a borderline hentai. As an anime, I'm going to give it a 7 because it did a lot of tropey things on its head, which I like, which is why... I'm gonna get to me and Alex gotta have a talk about Bunny Girl Senpai. I gotta fight Alex. I'm not gonna win, but I'm just gonna fight him. I liked how it did a lot of its things. As an anime, it works. It works very well. Quick 22-minute format. Boom, boom,
Honestly,
boom, boom.
like,
4 segments.
They're honestly like split into like half. You can like watch half an episode at a time.
Yeah, I mean, again, each chapter is like 12 to 13 pages, and I was like, okay. So you gave it a 9. I gave it a 7. This is a pretty average, decent show that no one's gonna watch because it's not available to be watched anywhere because it's not on. It's
oh god! Just for one thing though, like trying to. The last 2 episodes just had very bad fan translations for some parts, and like trying like I had to go to like 3 different sites to try to like find something that actually kept up with what characters were saying.
See, I've watched enough anime to go, context. Okay, I have an idea of what's being said and what's going on. Is this what's actually being said? Probably not. Do I understand what's going on? Yes. So that's fine. That's fine with me. All right. Any final actual closing remarks?
It's an ecchi.
It's not an ecchi. Is that really the only thing you have to say?
That was my closing remark. Is that it's an ecchi?
Damn it, Christo. It's not an ecchi, Christo.
Doku-sensei!